Did y'all hear that awesome new intro music? It was made by my oh-so-talented sister-in-law, Ashley, who is building her music studio right now so she can bring more great music to the world. So let's back up and enjoy that one more time. Hi, I am Mandy of Mad Cow Mandy Designs. It is February the 10th, 2022. Welcome to episode 4. I live in North Louisiana where I knit and crochet, and this is my podcast where I get to share all the yarny goodness in my life with y'all. So I know some of my friends to the north are still battling it out with the snow, but again, this is Louisiana, and spring is starting to breathe down my neck. What that means is the spring markets are coming. People are starting to plan out all the different fairs that we have, and I'm signing up for them. When I'm not podcasting, I have an Etsy store that I run, and a lot of y'all probably saw it because Kay, the Crazy Sock Lady, featured my sock log book on her podcast. That was almost a year ago now. So besides the Etsy store, I also go to all the markets. I vendor. It's the whole shebang. I have a 10-foot tent, 3 tables, and a whole lot of stuff that I have to set up. And for the most part, I tend to sell a lot of yarn, and it's a lot of baby stuff. Lots of really wonderful baby shower kind of gifts. That just seems to be the demographic that I fell into here, and it's working. So, but I tell y'all all of this because what you're about to see on this channel is going to take a hard left. I have to get ready for the markets, and you're going to start seeing some of that stuff on here. I end up spending anywhere between 50 and 80% of my knitting time working on stuff for markets. January was nice and slow. Everybody takes January off. Nobody's planning events. Nobody's going to events. Nobody wants to think about events in January. So that was all selfish knitting time for me, and now I have to go back to work. But that means that y'all get to see some different stuff now. It's not going to be all socks. And with that being said, we can jump into finished objects. First up, I've been working on my fortune cookies. So these cute little guys normally have a fortune inside, but I haven't stuffed these yet. So when I go to market, I have cute little funny sayings, funny fortunes that I put in them. But on my Etsy store, you can personalize it to be whatever you want, and I get some crazy funny stuff. I absolutely love seeing what the customers come up with to put inside of a cookie. So I have baked up a dozen of these. They're adorable. And yes, this is the bag that my curtains came in, because if they didn't want me to reuse the bag, they wouldn't have made it so nice. Next up, I've been working on baby socks. I have 2 pairs of them. I started making these recently with the leftover yarn from my own socks, and people went crazy for them at the last 2 events that I did. So I've been making the 0 to 3 month, and I bought these cute wooden blockers that you can have personalized to say whatever you want. Mine say Baby's First Socks. These come from Birch Berry Co on Etsy, and they're going to make for the cutest little keepsake, because you know your baby's feet don't stay this small for very long, but then you can hang them on the wall in their nursery or whatever, and people are going to love these. This is what I mean when I say I sell a lot of baby stuff. Next up, my mom's Breakfast Riot socks. They're finished. I'm done. So again, this is Southern Skeins yarn. It is Riot with a mini of Whisper, and I used Sock Witchery's Second Breakfast pattern. After making 4 of these socks in a row, I'm a little tired of looking at this yarn, so I think I'm done for a while, minus the fact that I just made baby socks in it. Yep, I did that. But at least baby socks don't take long. So, Mom, these are coming to you soon. She gets so excited every time I visit and I bring her a pair of new socks. The last FO that I have to show you is not yarn. What? So Jenna of Southern Skeins reached out to me and said, wouldn't this be a great idea? And I said, yes, you should totally make and sell that. And her response was, I thought maybe you could. So together we worked out a design for Swatch It. This is a gauge card that you can attach to your gauge swatch and keep up with all the information. So there's a date, needle size, what yarn you used, how many grams of it, the name of the stitch, and what your gauge actually came out to be. There is a handy dandy 4-inch ruler across the bottom of it that is actually 4 inches. I made sure of that. And you have a couple of holes so that you can attach it to your swatch to keep together, and you don't have to look at your swatch and go, what was that one again? So these will be going in my shop probably late next week. I'm waiting on these shipping materials to come in. That way they don't get bent in the mail. They are printed on cardstock, so they should hold up in your stash. But I don't know about going through the mail, so I ordered some hard mailers for them to go in. Just as soon as those get here, they'll be going in the shop. And as well, Jenna is going to be putting them in one of her boxes. She hasn't decided quite where yet, but it'll be coming out in a few months. And you can look forward to getting one of these in her subscription. Now we can move on to works in progress, which I left over there. I tried really hard to have everything together for y'all, and I failed. Okay, this is my Wes Goes to Chilton sock that I'm working on. They are for my husband, and this is Fangirl Fibers Gilmore Girls collection. This is the very first month of it, and the colorway is Chilton. I love the yellow speckles in it, and just the way that it pulled. It looks great. So obviously I finished the first sock. I need to get bigger sock blockers for my husband's feet. And I have started sock number 2. Haven't gotten too far. It is time to put the heel in on this. And I am storing it in my Doddles coffee bag because he loves coffee. The Gilmore Girls love coffee. Perfect. My last whip to show y'all is in my Fates Thread NES bag, jumbo sized. This is my Lazy Waves blanket. I have added 9 rows to it since y'all saw it last. Oh my. It's starting to get big. Look at that beautiful pattern. That is my cute little avocado from Bronze Shepherd Studios on Etsy. And this might be the last time that y'all see this project for a while because, like I said at the beginning, I need to work on stuff for market. And this is kind of getting to the point where y'all aren't going to notice that it grows anymore. It's getting into that middle area where it's just kind of there. So it might be a couple of weeks before y'all see it again, but I'll keep slowly chugging away on it. And I think I finally found the right pattern for this yarn, because this is the 4th blanket that I've tried to make, and I'm loving it. It's working, I'm feeling it, so I'm not going to give up. It's just going to slow down now. I'm looking around and that's it. That's all the yarn that I have to show y'all today. Looks like this might be a shorter episode, which is good because my battery is flashing at me now. Life chatter. I kind of accidentally went over that at the beginning. I'm getting ready for markets. I've signed up for 2. I'm waiting to hear back as to whether or not I get into them. One would be at the end of April, and one is the big one. It's the Peach Festival. It happens every summer here, and it's massive. People come from all over this area, like miles. They come and they get peaches and look at all the art, and it's huge. There's a car show and a parade, and we used to have a rodeo. Maybe still do, I'm not sure. So, fingers crossed that I get into that one. It would be a big deal. We are still working on getting more curtains put up in the house. We've moved on to the bedrooms, and they're not done yet. So I think that's kind of all of the life chatter I have for you. It's slowing down, which is nice. I do look forward to next week when hopefully I have more work stuff to show you. We'll see. So, until next week, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all then. Bye! Hi, I am Mandy of Mad Cow Mandy Designs, and I did not put the sock back on the blocker.